We are today going to talk about two important terms that we often use and mix it up, but it's very, very critical to know about it in the path of spirituality or in understanding Gita and Upanishads. That is belief and faith. Now, let's look at what belief means. Belief is you learn about something and then you come to a conclusion that it is true. You might not even experience whatever that could be, but you have enough knowledge about it, you have read about it, you have heard about it from somebody, and then you come to a conclusion saying, yeah, that should be true. And that becomes your belief. And I'll give you an example as to how you can apply this. But then before I do that, let's look at faith. Faith is also called shradda. Belief is called vishwas. Vishwas, belief. Faith is shradda. In the case of shradda or faith, you take that belief and now that becomes the word of God, your law. It's like your law. No matter what, that is absolute truth for you. And that becomes your faith. Now, when that faith is directed towards a God or it's directed towards divinity, as we covered in one of the videos, then that becomes worship. And you enhance your faith in that deity, in that God, or the overall divinity by the act of worship, which is the act of connecting to that deity, divinity, or God. So in worship, you have an admiration that kicks in for whoever or whatever you're worshiping. There's a prayer, which is you're connecting to the attributes of that entity. And then lastly, anything related to worship is emotional in nature. So belief had learning in it, understanding in it. Vishwas had learning, understanding in it. And then you said it is true. Faith, you stop inquiring anymore. You say, I got it. You stop inquiring. You take what you believe in and you consider it to be absolute truth. And you enhance your faith through the mode of worship, which includes admiration, which includes prayer, and is completely emotional. Now, you could stop here, or you could go to the next level, which is when belief and faith, now you take the belief, you take faith, and now you don't stop there, but you continue to inquire. You continue to peel it, uncover it, and that becomes spirituality, where you are now going into a deeper mode of understanding, and you're really not driving to a conclusion, but you're essentially enjoying the journey, understanding more and more of it. And through that understanding is how you are connecting the different dots. And you're establishing a pattern, you're connecting the different dots. That is what spirituality or adhyatma then becomes. So you went through a gradation or a graduation, which is vishwas, belief. You then say, okay, that is absolute truth. So that becomes shraddha. And I will continue to enhance my shraddha through worship or devotion. And then if you are interested, you will not stop there inquiring, but you will now actually get into a mode of inquiry. Because belief and faith, you are more learning, listening, reading, and just saying, okay, I got enough. But now with inquiry, you're moving further, and now you're questioning. You're questioning, you're uncovering, you're peeling it, and that becomes spirituality or adhyatma, which is why belief and faith are usually associated with a personal God. Adhyatma has no boundaries as such, because the entire universe is divinity for a spiritual person or for an adhyatmic person. And that includes both personal God, that includes impersonal, that includes one geography, it includes the entire universe. That is the big difference there. Let me give you a practical example of this. So, for a believer, in belief, you would say, I've heard about Gita. Somebody has told me about Gita. I know it happened during a war. Krishna gave out Gita to Arjuna when Arjuna was in a mode of confusion. And that is the book of Hinduism. That is belief. You were not there during that war period. You don't know what happened, but you took it. That is your belief. Shradda or faith is, now you say, whatever Krishna says in the Gita is ultimate. That is Shradda, faith. Whatever Krishna says in the Gita is the ultimate word. It's like law for me. And you know what? I will put my faith in Krishna, and I do so through admiration, through prayer, connecting to Krishna's attributes, and fully invest myself emotionally in that action. And that is called worship. So you're fully invested in this, you're fully putting yourself into it. Now you can stop there. But then you could go a step further, which is where this channel is focused about, by the way. In addition to the first two, this channel takes you to the third one, which is you would say, you know what, let me inquire more on this. Let me understand more on it. Who actually is this Krishna? Is Krishna defined only to a certain subset of the population? Or are the teachings of the Gita something I can apply in every aspect of my life? Do I actually have an experience of it? Remember, in belief and faith, you may or may not have an experience. In the third step of adhyatmika, you will absolutely have an experience. So now you would say, you will keep inquiring and you will start experiencing it. And then you will say, if Krishna is the ultimate, then why is Krishna a he in the Gita? Why is it a he? Why should there be a gender for Krishna, as an example? You would start questioning, going deeper and deeper and deeper and understanding it. So belief, faith, then you get to the step of spirituality.